Hello, can everyone hear me and
Yes,
see my screen?
yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Alu. Mr. Sam, can you hear me and see my screen?
Yes, I can. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Okay, Josephine, can you hear me and see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Austin, can you hear me and see my screen? Oh, Austin is out. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Once again, I apologize for yesterday. Because of power cuts, we were not able to continue with the second session. But I can assure you we would try and cover as much as possible today to compensate for yesterday. Okay. So how many of us were able to watch yesterday's videos?
I was.
Okay. Any other person who was able to watch yesterday's video? Can we speak up, please? I can't hear anyone. Can you speak up, please?
I've downloaded it, but I've not had time to watch it.
Please, can I ask for the opt-in time? When I ask a question, can we just respond? Whether the answer is yes or no, I want a response so that I can know that we are communicating. It's really frustrating when I ask a question and it's just silence everywhere. Please, let's try. When I ask anything, when I make a comment, just respond. Whether it is a yes or a no, I just want to hear a response. Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, so yesterday we were able to look at, I think, two functions. We looked at the if-else function, which you said is to recategorize a variable based on a binary outcome, binary meaning true. So whether it's yes or no. And then we also looked at the FCT relevel function, which you said is used to relevel. Yes, that's the correct word. To relevel the categories within a variable in the way that we want it to appear in our table. So I gave us an example using marital status where you have the default setting that R will give you is to put the values in alphabetical order. So it will give you divorce first, which is D, and then married, which is M, and then separated, which is SE, and then single, which is SI, and then widowed, which is W. So it gives it to you in alphabetical order. But sometimes that alphabetical order is not the way you want to see it. You want to see it in a different way. And that's where this FCT relevel comes in handy. You just use it and then arrange the variables, sorry, the values, the way you want them to appear in your table. Okay. So, and then we looked at if-else function where we say it's to recategorize a variable, the values within a variable based on a binary outcome. So if-else really works on binary outcomes. And then we said, if you have more than one, more than two categories you want to categorize, then you don't use if-else, you use the function we call case when. And that was what we were about to do before we ended yesterday. So we're just going to see how case when works. So we're still going to use this height variable. in our Star Wars data set. But yesterday, we just categorized them into tall and short. But today, we want to bring in a new category, which is average. So we want to categorize height into tall, average, and short, right? So I'm just going to do it, write it here. Categorize the height variable into tall, average, and short using the case when function. Okay, so the conditions for the tall are, so we want those that are tall to be those that are above 150. We want those that are average to be between 100 and, sorry, to be between 100 and 150. And we want the short people to be below 150. Right? So this is how you do your case when. So we always start with our data set Star Wars, and then we pipe that into, so remember we categorized data cleaning and manipulating functions into two categories. We said there were the standalone functions, which included clean names, rename, select, and filter. And then we said there were support functions, which work under mutate, right? So these support functions are the ones we're looking at. We've seen recode, we've seen FCT relevel, we've seen if else. Now we're going to see case when. It's also a support function under mutate. So we do our mutate, right? So remember how mutate works. It's either you state whether you want it in a new column or you want it to work on the existing column. So let's say we want a new column called height category equal to, then we put in our change function, which is case when. And then case when is going to work on which variable? Anyone? Hello?
Hi.
So case when is working on which variable?
Height.
Height. Good. So the conditions we gave above here, where my cursor is, we said if height is greater than, so if height is greater than 150, want it to be called tall. So there is a operator called tilde. It's like a small coily dash. On my laptop, it's just beside number 1 on the keyboard. Beside number 1, the symbol above the key beside number 1. That's this sign. Can you see it on your own keyboard?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So this is case when. So if height is greater than 150, remember this is the first condition. Height greater than 150, right? And we want them to be called tall. So this symbol is called tilde, spelled Tilde. Tilde. This, sorry. So it just means if this condition is satisfied, call them whatever you want to call them. So we want them to be called tall. Right? Then we put a comma. Put a comma here and go to the next line. The next condition is what? What's the next condition? It says height. So it's either greater than or equal to 100, or you put in your or sign, or height is less than or equal to 150. So if this second condition is satisfied, call them average. Then you put your comma and go to the next line. The third condition is if height is less than, sorry, this is supposed to be 100 here, not 150. So if height is less than 100, we should call them what? Short. Then because there might be some missing values inside, we'll tell R if any of these other condition is not satisfied. So true, call them missing data not available. So let me zoom into this so that we can see this code very well. So we say Star Wars, we pipe that into mutate. We give a new column, which is height category, equal to our change function, which is case when. Case when is working on height. And there are three categories we ask case when to do. The first category is if height is greater than 150, we want you to call it tall, comma. The next one is if height is between 100 and 150, call them average, comma. The last one is if height is less than 100, call them short. And then because there might be missing values, we put true, call it NA. So if we run this command, so let's put our view here so that we can view it in the first quadrant. So, oh, sorry, we need to, before we do view, let's select the two variables I want to see. So we want to see height and height category, the new variable we just formed. We need to put in our pipe here too, so that we're piping it into select. Okay, so after we did this, we pipe this into select so that we just view, because if we don't do this select, it will show us the entire data set. But we're interested to just see the height and the new category, the new variable we just formed. So height and height category, and then we pipe that into view. So if I run this code, Control Enter, if you look at my first quadrant, you can see any height that is above 150, it has called it tall. So 172 is tall, 167 is tall. Those that are there's an error here. This 96 is not supposed to be average, it's supposed to be short. Sorry, let's go back to the code. Maybe I made a mistake in the conditions. So, okay, so this is the place I made a mistake. So this is supposed to be and, not or. So let me run this command again, Control Enter. Good. So you can see those that are less than 100 is calling them short. And those that are between 100 and 150 is calling them average. So that's the pattern we've asked it to do. And see this average here is 150. Anything above 150 is tall. Anything below 100 is short. Does it make sense to us?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's do another example with the mass variable. But this is mass. So let's say those that are below those that are below 50 should be called light. Those that are between 50 and 100 should be called average, and those that are above 100 should be called heavy. So let's look at it here. So we want to recategorize our height, sorry, our mass. The conditions are heavy is above 100. Medium is between 100 and between 50 and 100. And then light is below 50. So can someone try and see if they can give me the code? Let me see if you understand it. Does anyone want to try? Anyone wants to try?
Let me try.
Yeah, please go ahead.
But if I'm wrong, don't laugh at me.
No, don't worry. Just try. I like the fact that you want to try.
Yes, I'll go to Star Wars.
Good. So Star Wars.
Percentage.
That's the pipe operator.
Yes. Then I'll go down. I'll say mutate.
See, it's very good.
In bracket. In bracket, I'll say mass underscore category.
Very good.
Equals case.
Case when.
Underscore
when.
Bracket. Mass. Greater than 100.
Very good.
That sign now, what is it?
So you call them tilde. I call them what?
Okay, tail, that is heavy.
Very good.
Then
comma.
Height.
Sorry?
That is mass, sorry. Mass.
Mass.
Yes. Between, that is mass.
Mass less than or equal to 100.
So red. You call it medium.
No, not just and mass greater than or equal to 50.
100. Okay, 50.
So this is between
Okay,
50 and 100. So you call this one's
yes,
what?
call it medium.
Medium. Very good.
Then you go ahead. You say that you put comma. You say mass again. Less than.
It's less
50.
than 50. Very good.
You call it
You call it what?
light.
Light. Very
Light.
good. Very good. And then
You run.
finally, you put in your
You enter.
true. You call it NA. Always make sure you put that.
Okay, sir.
So now
Then percentage.
let's select.
Percentage. You didn't put percent. Okay, now yeah.
So let's select
Percentage.
the variables we want to see, which is what? Mass
Mass.
and mass category.
Category.
And then we pipe that into
View.
view. Very good. Awesome. Sam,
Yep.
excellent, excellent. So run this. So you see, so we have our medium, light, and heavy, depending on if they are greater than 100, less than 50, or between 50 and 100. So well done, Sam. I really like the effort you made. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So that's how you use your case when, right? So these are the main functions that we use for our data cleaning and manipulation. I'm going to list them out again. So we have our standalone functions, which include what? Someone mentioned them to me.
We have the clean name,
Very good. Clean names.
rename,
Rename. Very good.
select,
Select. Awesome.
and filter.
Filter. Very good. Your string. Very good. And then we have the support functions, which work with what?
Mutate.
Mutate. Very good. So can we name some of them?
We have recode.
Recode. Excellent. Excellent.
FCT.
FCT
Relevel.
underscore relevel. Very good. Very good.
If else.
If else. Awesome.
And case when.
This one. So these are some of the main codes that we use for our data cleaning and manipulation, right? Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
And I believe everyone knows how to use each of these functions by now. Okay, so that's
I missed the last class, so I don't know it.
which last part?
But I'll get it. Don't worry. I missed the last class. The class on this I missed.
Okay, the class of yesterday.
Yeah, I was on transit.
Oh,
Just,
okay. So don't worry. Once you watch the videos, if there's any issues, you can reach out to me and let me know.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so this brings us to the end of our data cleaning and manipulation step. Can we list out the sections we have again when we open up our script quickly? What's the first section? Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, so I said, can we list out the sections of our script again? What are those 9 sections that we said once we open up our script, we sectionalize our scripts? Can we list them? Number 1 is what?
Title.
Title, very good. Number 2.
Title page.
Installing packages.
Install and load packages. Very good. Number 3.
Importation of data.
Import data. Very good. Number 4.
Data cleaning.
For that.
Cleaning and manipulation.
No, before cleaning and manipulation.
Okay, data exploration.
Data exploration. Very good. Number 5.
Cleaning.
Cleaning and manipulation. Number 6.
Description.
Description and summarization. Number 7.
Visualization.
Visualization. Number 8.
Analysis.
Analysis. And number 9.
Automated into R Markdown.
Automated reports in R Markdown. Very good. So we've gone through the first 4 or 5 stages. We've seen how to do our title. We've seen how to install and load packages. We've seen how to import our data sets. We've seen how to explore our data. And now we've seen how to clean and manipulate our data. So the next thing we're going to do today is our data description and summarization. So we're now here. Data description and summarization.
I'm just reading trying to make your line. It's not live. It's live.
Sorry, say that again.
Well, no,
Sam, are you trying to say something?
no, sorry, please.
Okay. So we're in data description and summarization, right? Okay. So data description and summarization is a very straightforward stage. So one thing I want you to know is there are 5 steps you need to know in this place. For one, you need to know centrality of your data. Number 2, you need to know the spread of your data. Number 3, you need to know your summary statistics. Number 4, you need to know your summarization. Number 5, is your frequency tables. So these are the 5 steps we will do in our data description and summarization. So centrality of data just means what is the center of your data? What's the center of the distribution of your data? And if you remember in primary, secondary school, when they say what's the measure of central tendency, or you have your mean, median, mode. Can we remember that? Hello, can anyone hear me? Can you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what your centrality of data means. So it just measures the center of your data, and the parameters used to measure that are your mean, median, and mode. Then the next is the spread of your data. So the spread just examines how far apart from the mean is your data scattered. And the parameters used to measure the spread of your data are things like your range, your interquartile range, your variance, and your standard deviation. So those parameters help you to measure the spread of your data. And then your summary statistics just is a function that helps you to calculate all the summary statistics of all numerical variables in your data set. We will see how that happens. Summarization is also used to calculate summary statistics, but there's a tweak in summarization that gives us a more better outlook. And then the frequency table is just to plot tables of your data. So those are the 5 steps we'll consider in our data description, right? So we have about 2 minutes to the end of this session. I will stop here. Then we can continue in the next section. But if you have any clarification or questions based on what we've done so far, now is the right time to ask, so that we can clarify that before we end this session. Are we all good up to this point?
Sorry, please, can you show your screen the portion that covers the example with the mass, please? The code for the mass,
Okay.
recategorization of the mass.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions? Okay, then. So we'll see in the next 10 minutes. Let's take a 10 minutes break and then come back after 10 minutes.
But then you know what to fetch whatever.